Today I want to talk about the girl that has never dated. You could be in your 20s, your early 20s, your late 20s, your early 30s, your mid 30s, 40s, whatever age, but you've never been in an actual relationship. Maybe for some reason, each guy you talk to, it doesn't go further than a talking stage. Maybe he ghosts you out of the blue with no explanation at all. And for some reason, guys approach all your friends, but you're the single friend. It's like you're the invisible friend. No one seems to notice you. Guys don't seem to be attracted to you, and you're always wondering, what is wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? Watch this video. What's up, my loves? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new, my name is Lisa. I do story times, girl talks, and everything interesting. If those are things that excite you, be sure to subscribe and join the family. I don't want to ramble too much. Let's get right into this topic. The girl that has never dated before or has never been in a relationship. I know this topic is very sensitive because much as we don't want to admit it, it comes with a lot of shame. Like, if you're a girl that has never dated before, or you've never been in a relationship, you've never had a boyfriend, for some reason it's not something that is very fancy to talk about, and most people tend to, shy away from it, and like, it's just not something you're very proud of, something you can easily say out, because it just comes with a lot of shame. How society is going to perceive you, how your friends are going to perceive you. You think people are going to see you as, the cursed one. Actually, I had a friend who told me, Lisa, am I cursed? Like, why is it that I have never been in a relationship? No guy has ever asked me out on a date. Like, is it a curse? I actually feel like I am cursed. And much as it's funny, it actually breaks my heart, because I know there are so many girls out there that are going through this. And I don't want to say that are going through this, because it's not like it's a disease or it's something, to be so much worried about. But I understand it can actually affect you emotionally and mentally, especially in this day and era where there is TikTok, there is Instagram, and it's all about my man. People are posting their relationships, flaunting all the things their guys are doing for them. And unfortunately for you, you don't have anything to flaunt. Like, no one is asking you out, you don't have a boyfriend, you've never been in a relationship, and you feel like you're even running out of time. Maybe you're approaching your late 20s, maybe you're already in your 30s, and you've never experienced true love. You've never actually felt love from a partner, not just someone who lasts you, because I want us to differentiate these things. There's a difference between men lasting you and a man truly loving you. When it comes to the lasting bit, I am very sure most women have been lasted. Most of us have been lasted before by a man, but to say that you've actually been loved by a man before, you've actually been in a proper relationship before, you've actually been properly dated before, that's a different story, right? The truth is that none of us has control over being in a relationship and being loved and properly dated. Like, that is something you just can't control. And I know you may get these thoughts of, maybe men don't approach me because I am not as skinny as my friends, I am not as pretty as them, I am fat. That is far from the truth. I want to burst your bubble. That is far from the truth. Do you realize that there are ladies out there that don't even match the beauty standard, the so-called society beauty standards? They are fat, and you could actually be better looking than them, but for some reason they are well dated, they are in a good relationship, their man loves on them, they have all these men that approach them and ask them out and all that stuff. I feel it is really not about the looks. So don't even beat yourself up and think you're ugly and you need to cut some weight, you need to look a certain way for men to approach you. Guys, please don't. Don't beat yourself up when it comes to your looks. It is not about your looks. You are pretty enough. Your looks are fine. It is just not yet that time. Only God knows why he has not yet sent a boyfriend your way. Only God knows why you have not yet met the man for you. I know of ladies that, have never been in relationships until they were in their 30s, in their late 30s. They actually ended up getting married, even when they had lost hope. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be everyone's story and the first guy you're going to go on a date with is the one that is going to marry you. No, but all I'm saying is don't put a timeline on when you're going to meet the right one. Don't feel like all hope is gone simply because all your friends are in relationships and you feel you're running out of time. Maybe you've never experienced a kiss. No man has ever kissed you. No man has ever taken you out on a proper date. When your friends are talking about my man, like you can't relate because you've never actually experienced that type of thing. Don't beat yourself up. Your time is coming. Trust me, each and everyone on this earth has a soulmate. You have someone that was meant for you. And I don't know which scripture this is, but the Lord says, when the time is right, I, the Lord your God, will make it happen. Don't put yourself on pressure. Don't think something is wrong with you. Trust me, there is nothing wrong with you. It is just not yet the right timing. The truth is that much as I say all this, I know it is hard. It is really hard to digest and accept because maybe your younger sibling is getting married and for some reason you, the older one, you've never even experienced a kiss. You've never even been in a proper relationship with a guy. And your little ones are getting married. I know that comes with a lot of pressure. Even when you don't feel like putting that pressure on yourself, the outside world, right? The society can be very judgmental, and for some reason the pressure is inevitable. But all in all, I want you to remember that when the time is right, I, the Lord your God, will make it happen, just like he says. And if this helps, maybe you can put yourself out there more, go to gatherings, like just socialize. Most of the times we complain of being single and you've never been with a boyfriend, but you're always at home in your room. You're always locked up in your room scrolling on your phone. A man is not just going to come out of the blue and appear in your room. Like, in most circumstances, you actually have to go out there and socialize more. Now, I'm not saying that each time you go out, you have to be on the look. Who is going to be my boyfriend? Who is going to approach me? Please don't give out that desperate energy, but just put yourself out there. Look your best, put yourself out there and let God do his thing. Just let God do his thing. Don't be desperate. Don't feel like, you're running out of time. Everyone, I always tell people, everyone has their own timeline. Like, we are not going to have the same things at the same time, in the same, like, people have different timelines. And once you accept that, you will have peace. You will have peace of mind. You will stop, getting anxious over things you don't have control over, and you'll just let God take the wheel. And I know it can be very tempting to, lower your standards because you feel, F it, like, I just want to get in a relationship. I just want a boyfriend. I need to experience all these, relationship things that my friends are experiencing. But please don't lower your standards. Don't settle for less, just because you feel you have to get in a relationship, because you're going to regret it after. You're going to regret it. The heartbreak you're going to face is going to be worse than the pain of not being in a relationship. Don't settle for less. Don't just settle for anyone simply because you badly want to get in a relationship. That's why I tell you, don't be desperate, because once you get to that point of being desperate, you're going to end up settling for men that ain't even worth it, men that won't even treat you right, and your life is going to become a mess. You're going to mess up your entire life simply because you badly want to get in a relationship. Most of the times, these relationships that you actually see people flaunting on social media, it is all for the media, guys. It is not as lovey-dovey as people make it seem, you know. Things are real out here. Relationships are not a bed of roses. Sometimes you're even better off single. That's the bitter truth. Like, sometimes the peace you have when you're single, you'll never have it in a relationship. That's the bitter truth. But I'm not saying you shouldn't get in a relationship. All I'm saying is take your time. Take your time and let God do his thing. Don't try to take matters in your own hands and, you know, maybe approach men, become a pick-misha, you know, settle for any type of man just to say that you have a man. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. When the time is right, your man will come to you. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I'm sending love to, you know, all the girls out there, even the men that feel so lonely and, you know, you're craving love, but for some reason, like, it's just not happening. God sees you. God hears your prayer. God knows what you want, and when the time is right, God is going to send you your partner. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Share with all your loved ones or anyone you think might actually love this video and benefit from this information. And yeah, give me a thumbs up. Till next time, I remain Liza. Peace and love. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. Bye.